is my go-to. I think this is the great differentiator. It doesn't matter if you just started yesterday or you're on your 35th year of being a liaison. Preparation is the greatest differentiator of anything that we do. We talk about P6, that stands for proper prior preparation, prevents poor performance. We tell stories about professional and collegiate college teams and what they do on day one of their practice each year. Everybody gets back to the basics, but everybody this is the easiest thing to get away from. It was like, I'm experienced now, I don't have to go through that pre-call planning. Well, just hope your competition doesn't think that way, because they will pass you by so quickly. So when I think about preparation, I'm saying from your pre-call planning process, that's where it needs to start. And I'll put a QR code up here. You can go to our website for tons and tons of free resources, but we have a great pre-call plan. This very pre-call plan, there's a QR code, is put into our PRM. So hopefully whatever PRM you're using has a very succinct pre-call plan that has all the questions and all of the objectives that you're attempting to cover in the field. This is where most of your time needs to be spent. I'm talking more time than in the field, and you'll get better and better at it, so the time gets a little bit less. But one way that before we do our training programs, I ask our attendees, tell me how much time during a given week do you prepare? So I want to pause for a second. I just want you to think about it. How much time each week do you devote to planning for your weekly calls or your week? All right, so now that you have that in your head, next, the only other number that you need is how many calls, what is your weekly call goal? How many calls do you make in a given week? And then you take that time and you divide it by your calls, and that tells you on average how much time you're spending per call. Now, the typical answers I get to how much time do you spend each week preparing, it's generally an hour, sometimes 2 hours, but it's really the average is an hour. So if you're going to use 60 minutes for your calls, and your calls are, I don't know, 25, 30 calls per week, you're spending seconds, maybe a couple minutes per call planning. That's not nearly enough calls. For sure, however long your call takes, you need to be doubling that on preparation. That's how you get maximum call results. That's how you deliver value to your audience, because you are prepared and you are succinct. So download the pre-call plan and you can see all the questions that you're asking yourself to prepare for your call.